So I know like intuitive eating is one of those things that we're hearing a lot more now, but
Yeah.
for those that aren't familiar with what it is, can you kind of explain what intuitive eating means?
So, intuitive eating is a self care framework that is designed to really help you reconnect with your body's inner wisdom, connect with your hunger, fullness, and satisfaction cues that your body gives you to learn really what, when, and how to eat that's best for you. So, it is a weight neutral approach, meaning that weight is not at the center of intuitive eating. There are 10 principles that guide intuitive eating. So those principles help us, again, ditching diet culture is a big part of intuitive eating. It's sort of the answer to diet culture.
Mhm.
And those principles help people really learn to, again, reconnect with your body through honoring hunger, honoring fullness, learning what foods satisfy you, learning to respect your body. It's a process that's been validated by over 100 studies to show that there are many, many, many health benefits to intuitive eating. There are some myths about it. There are a lot of myths about intuitive eating that if we want to get into, we could, but ultimately, it's not another diet. It is a way of, again, reconnecting with your body to sort of learn to eat for life.
Mhm. Yeah, that's amazing because like I think a lot of times, or at least like how we were maybe raised was like, you gotta avoid certain foods, or you gotta don't do that because it helped her lose weight, or don't eat that because instead of like kind of like following this guidebook instead of listening to our own bodies and being like, okay, well, how does this food make me feel? Or do I want this food right now? So is that
Yeah.
kind of more along the lines of intuitive eating, kind of individualize, like, what am I craving right now? What makes me feel good? What is my body telling me I'm
Exactly.
full? That kind of thing.
Exactly. So if you think about kind of one question to ask yourself when you're making a food decision, it would be, what sounds good to me right now and how do I want to feel afterwards? So
Mm,
it gets sort of the two really important parts of, there's so much to intuitive eating. Like I said, there's 10 principles, but the two really important parts are honoring what your body needs. So what's going to taste good to me right now? What do I feel like eating? What am I in the mood for? But pairing that with, how do I want to feel? Because, a lot of people think, oh, intuitive eating is just eating whatever you want, whenever you want, and I'm just going to eat pizza all day, right? And pizza is absolutely part of intuitive eating, but sometimes eating pizza is actually maybe not going to give you the energy that you need to get through an afternoon of meetings, or that it might only keep you full. A slice of pizza is only keep you full for an hour, but you have a big day ahead of you and you need something that's going to really satisfy you and keep your blood sugar stable and keep you energized. On the flip side, honoring those cravings is a big part of it, so that you don't end up going down to an overeating episode, or what a lot of people experience as a binge later, because you chose to eat something that wasn't going to satisfy that craving.
yeah, definitely like in that diet culture, you like avoid, avoid, avoid. And then like I know I've been there, and then it's like, yeah, you go down that rabbit hole of like binging a certain food because nothing's satisfied. Like if you really want ice cream and you're like, okay, well, I'll just have like some frozen berries, or I'll just,
Right.
you kind of like tippy toe around it, when it's like if I would have just had the scoop of ice cream or whatever, I probably would have like satisfied that craving instead of eating 20 different things that didn't.
Ex- Exactly. Oh yeah, we've all been there where it's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna have the fruit instead of the dessert that I actually really want. But at the end of the day, you probably ended up eating more than if you just ate the scoop of ice cream and moved on. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you're just standing at your pantry and just like, all right, I'm just gonna have a little bit of this and a little bit of this, and then it just kind of snowballs.
Yeah.